problem.
Okay. Welcome back, stream 2. Let's keep the momentum going. Please welcome Alexander, Head of Web Products at Yandex Delivery. He will dive into multi-vector audience segmentation, how combining behavioral, geographic, and ML-based segments helps improve presentation and retention of scale. And thank you.
Hi everyone. Can I start for now?
Sure.
Yeah, okay. So, hi everyone again. Thanks a lot for joining my talk today. I saw that there are visitors from more than 25 countries during this conference. Amazing number. So, hi everyone. My name is Alex or Alexander. It doesn't matter. I'm a product owner in Yandex or in Yango. Yandex is one of the largest tech companies globally, providing a wide range of services, including storage engine, maps, transportation, e-commerce, cloud computing, and AI technologies. I'm working on delivery service in Yandex and Yango. Today, I'm excited to share insights on how to use multi-dimensional audience in segmentation in products. And there will not be a standard session where I will show quotes like other speakers, because I'm not traditional data scientist. I'm a product owner, and I will explain the general approach or idea how to use multi-dimensional segmentation and how we use it in our products. I think I hope it will be very useful for you and very interesting. Okay, let's start. Few words about myself. Over 7 years in product and product communication experience, contributed to the 100 growth of Yandex Delivery service in 4 years. Over 18 million users served in 4 years in our service. And for now, Yandex Delivery, Yandex and Yango operates in 22 countries globally. Our discussion will cover 3 key areas. The first one, why is segmentation needed? I will explain it. And then number 2, I will describe first order prediction, how we use it. We use it like different types of predictions. We use ML and geo-segmentation examples. And the third part is churn prediction. I will show our own RFD segmentation, how we create it and how we use it. So let's go. Part 1. First of all, it's important to discuss the purpose of segmentation. Why do we divide the application audience into groups? There can be a million of segmentations. The main thing is the business goal. Therefore, first of all, determine the purpose of which you need segmentation. And here I show 3 examples why we use segmentation in our products. The first one, we want to increase the effect of communications through personalization. For example, women are more active users of retail in the Yandex Food in several countries. So we use this type of segmentation to give personalized communication to this audience. The second one, we want to reduce the acquisition cost. For example, it's necessary to optimize expenses on expensive channels, such as SMS, for example. In big products as we spend a lot of money on SMS communication to our customers, because not all the customers have applications, so we need to send them SMS communications. it's very expensive, and we create some like segmentation methods to replace such expensive channels as SMS, and we find new channels, find some channels, some audience in these channels where which we can like use to have that they help us to optimize our expenses. Okay, and the third one, reduce spam. One of our largest goal is not to spam the users, including if there are a lot of products, you can't tell everyone about everything. For example, our app is a super app because we have like taxi service, food service, delivery service, like public transport service, just in one app, and we have millions of users. So we cannot just take and send to every person all the communication about all the services. So we need to like divide them. So we reduce the spam by segmentation. This is our like examples of business goals of our segmentation methods. This is like main thing. Okay, let's go further. Let's look at basic types of segmentation. There are some of segmentation models, such as demographic, like age, gender, income, education, profession, material status. Geographical, country, region, city, district, language. Psychographic, like values, interests, incentives, pains, barriers, and so on. Technographic, like device type, operating system, applications. And behavioral, history of using products or service in your service, traffic source. Interest-based, like products of service that customers need or are interested in. And the last one, value-based, like the economic value of clients for business, average bill, and many others parameters. So this is like examples of segmentation models. And what we do next. By combining multiple segmentation parameters into one, you can get, or we get, multi-dimensional segmentations models that allow to analyze the audience you work with in more depth, making your strategy more competitive. And here are some examples that we use in our products. I will show you 2 and 3 vector or like dimensional segmentation. RFM, like classic segmentation. I hope you know this type of segmentation. If you do not know it, please Google it, find like information in the internet, because it's very, very useful segmentation if you have a lot of clients in your product. So this is like the classical example of 3 like dimensional segmentation. We divide audience by frequency, like how often users do like orders. Monetary score, how much money they bring to you. And recency score, how long ago the last order was. So these 3 dimensions help you to divide your audience by a lot of interesting groups. You can see it on the screen. For example, you can find champions, like the best clients, which bring a lot of money. They do a lot of orders, and the last order was, for example, today or yesterday. Yeah. Also, you can find loyal customers. You can find like good clients, but their last order was a long time ago, and here is like can't lose them. Yeah. So you can also find like need attention clients, potential loyalists, about to sleep, promising, lost. So you can divide your clients by very interesting groups, and you can work with them separately. Okay, this is was RFM segmentation. The second example, I think it's more interesting because it's very rare, and we use it in our products. I think it's very helpful for us. We call it NPS plus value segmentation. What does it mean? So we have these circles. How to understand what the circles are? Circles are users of different products. For example, in our example, one circle is users of a taxi service, another circle is users of delivery service, another circle is users of food service, and so on. And we put these circles on this map by dividing dissatisfied, average, and satisfied, NPS segmentation, yeah. And the MS, it's value segmentation, monetary segmentation, yes. They pay a lot, average pay, underpaid. So, and you can see that the circles are in different places on this map. Some users of some products, for example, this blue one, the users are dissatisfied, but they pay not few money for you, yeah. The average pay. It means that if you make them satisfied with your products, they can bring you more money, yeah. For example, this also underpaid users, and they average. It will be very hard to make them totally satisfied, yeah. But again, I think they can bring you more money, yeah, to your products. So this the example of NPS plus value segmentation. Try this model, try this method in your products, and you will receive a lot of interesting insights from your audience. Okay, let's go further. Part 2. When I share the screen, I can't see any questions. So maybe I can go further, and in the end I will finish sharing my screen, and I will go to comment section, and I will see the comments or questions. Okay, maybe some answers will be further in the end of the presentation, so I think it will be better if I open comment session in the end. Okay, let's go to the part 2. First order prediction. As I said earlier, we have a lot of clients in our super app, and we need to understand which clients are going to make the order, or are thinking about making the order, or are watching or finding our competitors and so on. So we need to find these users and connect with them, send them any communications, communicate with them to push them to make order in our product, yeah. And we use different methods to find these clients, yeah. Okay, let's go to describe them. First example is using ML scoring to find potential segments. You can see the graph, and you can see the screenshot of our app. Our app, yeah, as I mentioned, we are taxi service. Also, we have food service, delivery service, shop, car sharing, and so on. And when a user opened the app, they see some recommendations. Yeah, we offer them go to home, for example. Yeah, we offer them like some delivery service and so on. And we need segmentation to understand which like shortcuts to show them on this on the screen. Yeah. So one of our main business tasks in our super app is converting taxi service taxi users to delivery users, because the main product in our super app is taxi. They have like a lot of clients, but we need to develop new businesses in our app, like delivery service. So we need to convert taxi users into delivery users, into food users, into like car sharing users, and so on. And we have a problem about this task. We cannot take and communicate with all the users, as I said some slides ago. There are two reasons for this. We need to separate communication with other services within the application, so as not to spam users. And if we talk about ordinary individuals like you and me, we do not need like delivery service every day, and we cannot like communicate with them every day. So we need to find potential clients to communicate only with them. So we integrated ML segmentation to find relevant clients who are the most likely to need delivery in the near future. To train our model, we took current delivery users and decomposed them into a variety of vectors or parameters, such as location, order history, demographic, and so on. So I showed you like some segmentational models, and we use many of them to combine them in one ML scoring of the users. So, and what is the graph at the left of the screen? This is our like the quantity of users like by here is the quantity of users, and here is on the bottom is like potentiality of the users, the relevance to delivery service. What does it mean? For example, here in the beginning of the graph, these users are not relevant to delivery. They are not similar to our current clients. They do not like we can see that they are going to make an order in delivery service. They, for example, they do not do like very like lookalike actions. And here's, for example, in the middle of the graph, 41 like potentiality 41%. And here like some users live here, and very few are like 100% potential relevance, as more relevance as fewer users in the graph. So it means that we create this graph and make a threshold, for example, in the middle, or at this point like 41, for example, and we take only these users who are more relevant than, for example, 40%, and we communicate only with them. It helps us to communicate only with relevant users, and our like conversion or CTR or communication very high with this ML segmentation. And every product in our super app use this type of segmentation to find only relevant people in our app. What does it mean for you? If you have a lot of clients in your app, try to watch through the like ML segmentation to find relevant people. for some different services in your app. For example, I don't know, maybe it will not be super app. It can be, for example, some office tools, and you have like for documents, for presentations, some tools, and you need to understand which like product to show to some audience. You can divide them by this like type of segmentation. Okay, and on the screenshot you see the ML personalization feed, and for example this is like my screenshot, for example, and I see that I see the delivery shortcut in my recommendation feed. It means that I'm very like relevant to deliver service, and we show to me this shortcut. Okay, and maybe I can add something to the previous slide, that ML scoring is used in CRM marketing. You know that I worked in CRM marketing many years, and I can say that it's very helpful for CRM marketing to use such type of segmentation, and it helps you to create the forecast. For example, there can be forecast for the time of the user's next order, for example, or for the probability of churn, or for products that may be the interest to the client, or for the time of communication. So you can use such segmentation in many ways. Okay, let's further. Here's the geo segmentation for cargo service. In our app, we also have cargo service, like to move some big things in the city. And in search of new ways to find relevant clients in Yandex.Go or Yango, we made segmentation based on the points where the user is going by taxi, or where he's at the moment. Imagine that you are going to a hardware store, you order a taxi to this hardware store, and like you take a taxi, you see it in it, and in the app you see the communication that if you are going to buy some big things, you can use cargo service in our app. So we understand that the user is going to some relevant place like hardware store, and we can communicate with them, and it will be very relevant communication, and our clients are very happy when they see such like relevant communication. And if you suddenly missed this communication in the taxi, when you get to the point B, so to the hardware store, for example, in 5 minutes, you can receive a push notification or SMS, for example, with the information, with the same information, that you can move, you can use Yandex.Go for moving big buyings from the shop. So we use different channels, we use different methods of communication, because some users can see one type of communication, and other users can see another type. Also, in the screen, you can see 3 types that communication that we use. The first one is like the under the tariff line. You can see that this small communication. Also, if you are like in the relevant place and you use the map for ordering a taxi, you also can see this small object, like a small cargo on the map with the communication. Hey, you can use cargo service. Very cute communication. And also we use like some banners on the main screen. Also to tell the users about this service, about this new service, for example. With the help of such segmentation, we were able to increase orders by 14% in these relevant places. So very nice idea. To divide to divide people by different segments. Okay. And we are on the part 3. On the part 2, I was talking about first order prediction, when we find people who are going to make an order, or maybe it will be very relevant for them to receive our communication about some products. So it's very important for us to make first order prediction. And what about churn? Churn is very important, I think, for all the products. And I will show you the example of our model of prediction the churn. Okay, let's start. It will be more difficult, little bit. With the growth of courier delivery service in Yandex.Go, the share of newcomers in the service gradually decreased. Which created the need to monitor the return and outflow of the users, so the churn of the users. But we have the problem because in subscription model products, it's very easy to understand the churn in the product. So, for example, user buy the subscription, and one moment he declined it. He doesn't pay for a subscription on something else, or decline it in the product, and it's understand. So this is the churn. User is going to leave the service, but in our transaction product, it's very hard to understand when the user is going to leave us, because today he ordered delivery service, tomorrow he will order delivery service, but 1 week after he will not do it, and we don't understand, is he or she is a churn user or not. Maybe he or she just does not need this service right now, and they will need it, for example, 1 week later. So and we need to understand, we needed to create personal model where we can find churn. We can create churn prediction for our users. And here is the example what we're talking about. The first example is churn in global sense, when for example, people do some orders, they do orders, and after some time later they stop doing that. And for example, 2 weeks later we say, okay, it's churn. And many services I know they use this type of churn segmentation. For example, 2 weeks without order, or 1 month without the order. But it's for our business, it's too late to understand that people are in churn. We need to create the model where we can predict this churn, so to find this moment when the user is going to leave our app. What we do for this. 1 second. That's why we created 2 parameters of our segmentation. The first one is frequency interval. This means that this is median interval between days of users order. For example, median interval between days of users orders for me is, for example, 7 days. So usually I do the order every 7 days. For another user do it, for example, he did the order yesterday, he did it today, and then he for example will do it next week, but middle interval will be around, for example, 3 days. So we understood the median interval of orders for all our customers. And next step was to find skipped interval. For example, my median interval is 7, for example. Yeah, 7 days between the orders, between days with orders. Okay, and I have not done any orders, for example, for 21 days. It means that I skipped my interval. So I hope that it's understandable. Yeah, and main thing in our model is this is 2 parameters. Yeah, frequency intervals and skipped intervals. I will describe what does it mean in the next slide. Let me show you what these terms mean with an example. A user comes to the service and makes the first order here in the map. Then comes another day and he creates another order. And here we receive the 1 interval. Then he creates another order in the 3rd day and we receive another interval. It cannot be the same. It can be different. Yeah. And then he started to skip his interval, and this is what I mean. Yeah. So frequency interval and skipped interval. Yeah. I hope it's understandable. And then the main idea is, and here we have the concept of our churn model. We define churn by the probability of returning to the next interval. In contrast to the global understanding of working with churn, our goal is to reduce the number of missed intervals and increase deliveries. So we divide all the users in our app by frequency intervals. We analyze the history, how they return to the products, how much intervals did they skip, and we calculate the probability of returning for all frequency intervals. I will show this graph on the next slide. Let me show it. Oh, question 1. Yeah. Does the probability of returning to the next interval differ for users with different parameters? Frequency intervals and skipped intervals. What does it mean? For example, the user with frequency interval 7 days and the user with frequency intervals 21 days. Are the probability of returning to and both of them skipped 1 interval. So the first one skipped his interval 7 days, and the second user skipped his 1 interval 21 days. And what the probability for them to return to the product? We calculate them by the history of our users, and we created this graph. Let me describe what does it mean. Yeah. Here is the agenda. We have different frequency intervals. These users with frequency intervals 1 day, it means that they do the orders every day. These users do the orders once in 2 days, once in 3 days, once in 4 days, and so on, till 30 days. Then we put it on the graph, and what does it mean? Here on the left, the probability return to the next interval. Oh no, 1 second. I will describe the X on what in the bottom. This is skipped intervals. For example, users which have frequency interval 1, and these users skipped, for example, one interval. Here they are. Yeah, this one. This point. This point means that users with frequency interval 1, they skipped 1 day interval, and their probability to return to during the next interval is 40%. Then the point 2. Also, these users with frequency interval 1. It means that they do orders every day. And these users skip 2 their intervals. It means they skip 2 days, yeah? And their probability to return to the during the next day, next interval is 32%, yeah? And we use like this method to all our users. We divide all our users to these frequency intervals, and we put them on the graph. And we see that the probability for different frequency intervals are the same. Not just 100% that's the same, but they're very similar, yeah? And the main like idea that the probability of returning to the next interval are almost identical for different frequency intervals. I hope it's understandable for you. Anyway, I can answer any questions in the end of the presentation, okay? Give me 1 second. Okay, let's go further. And the second question, where are the thresholds of the churn? Okay, we understand the probability of the users to return to the product. Where we can find the like border or threshold where we need to communicate with users, not make them go to the churn. Okay, we put our graph and we put it on the metrics. This matrix and the previous graph are the same, but in different view. Here is on the bottom is frequency intervals again. So frequency interval 1, frequency interval 2, 3, 4. It means that here the users do orders every day, once 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, and so on. And here is their skipped intervals. So, for example, this blue, segment is the users with frequency interval 1 with zero skipped interval. Here is 40%, and their probability to return to the next interval is 64%. So it means that they didn't skip any intervals for now, and with the probability of 64%, they will do the order tomorrow. Okay, I hope you understand. Then, for example, let's take this 40%. It means that the users with frequency interval 1, they skip for now 1 interval. So they didn't do the order today, yeah? And their probability to make the order tomorrow is 40%. Let me explain, for example, frequency interval 10. It means that the users do orders once in 10 days. And it means that these users with no skipped intervals, so they regularly do one order or several orders once in 10 days. It means that they will do the order during next 10 days is 31%. The users which do the orders once in 10 days and skipped for now 1 interval, so they didn't do any orders during 10 previous days, the probability to return to and make order during next 10 days is 21%. Okay, and when we see this matrix, we create some thresholds, and we say, for example, this green threshold will be the okay segment. So they're not in the churn because they have not skipped many their intervals. Okay, the probability to return to our during the next period is higher than 20%. Yeah. And then after this green line, you see pre-churn. It means that, okay, people skipped maybe 3 or 4 day intervals. We think that we need to communicate with them. We need to understand why they churn. Maybe we can give them like some discounts and maybe something more. Yeah. And we're going and we're thinking, okay, we will work with this pre-churn segment because they skipped several intervals and we think that they can return to our products. Yeah. And then you see the black line. It means that these people are in the churn. Their probability to return less than 10%, very few. And we think that to return these users will be very hard for us. Yeah. So this is how we create the churn prediction. Yeah. We understand the middle intervals, frequency intervals for all the users, and we watching them. Yeah. If they skip their more than 2 or 3 intervals, it depends on the frequency interval. If they skipped 2 or 3, 4 their intervals, it alert for us. Okay, we need to communicate with them. We need to return them. Okay, and this is how we work. Yeah. Again, if we see that okay, and we can change these thresholds. For example, we see that we can test communication, for example, for people under the green line. For example, people with 1 skipped interval. Okay, and we see that the communication is effective. Yeah. We increase the probability of returning by the communication, and we say, okay, so we change this green line and we put it one, for example, 1 point below. Yeah. And we start to communicate with other segments. Yeah. Okay, so I hope it was clear. I showed only one metrics of our model. We have more metrics because we started to think more deeply about this method of segmentation. But for this session, I show only one. The basic metrics, the basic table, how we divide people. Yeah. Okay, and the last thought, that multi-dimensional segmentation can help you to get more detailed look at your users and offer them relevant products and services. So I covered 2 big topics, like first order prediction and how to use multi-dimensional segmentation to find relevant people for newbies communication. Yeah. And I show you how we use churn prediction. Yeah. So all these models help you to divide people into different groups and communicate with them separately. It's not only about the communication, it's also about product that we need, services. Yeah. So you can change your first screen in the product by the product that users really need. Yeah. By different type of segmentation. Okay, I think that's all from my side for today. Thank you very much for listening to my speech. I will stop sharing my screen to maybe you have any comments or questions for now. Let me stop sharing and open the chat. Okay. Okay, I see the in long frequency intervals like 30 days. Why wait for a whole? Okay, very smart question. Interval before taking action. Wow. Why not starting to take action right after the 31st or 32nd day? Okay, very good question. Thank you. Yeah, you know that if we take frequency intervals like 30 days, it doesn't mean that people do these orders every 30 days. It means that they have they can do it in 29th day or 31st day. Yeah. So we do not need to communicate with them just in 31st day. Yeah. But it's very good question. Do we need to wait 30 days to communicate with them? In some situation, you can wait, for example, 15 days, yeah, to start communicate with them. To answer this question, you need just to send different like experiments, test with the users and see how they react. For example, if they react in negative way, that wow, why you are talking to me? I will make an order like in next 3 days. I don't need your communication. So okay, you see, okay, I will not do this type of communication like in 15 days. I will try to communicate with people in 20 days. Yeah. So yeah, different products, different services. I recommend to do some tests. Yeah, to understand. I hope you answered this question. So, do you have any more questions for now? So I can see any more question. Thank you very much. I hope it was very useful for you, and you will enhance your product communication and your products by relevant communication by relevant products with the help of segmentation. I will. If you have any more questions, you can write to me. I will share my screen with the email. 1 second. You can copy that and write to me. Yeah, here is my email. You can write to me. I will answer all your questions. If you want to talk about different types of segmentation, I will be very pleased. I will be very happy to talk with you by Zoom, by any other video like formats or audio formats. You're very welcome. Okay, so this all from my side. Oh, I see one more question. You mentioned multi-dimensional segmentation. Is there a specific technique used like KME and I wanted to describe you like the idea, yes, the idea of segmentation, like the like different methods, business method. Yeah, I don't really know about techniques because I'm not that data scientist, and I work with my team, with my analytics, and with my other people. Yeah, but you can write this question to my email. I can ask my team about it, and I will be very pleased to answer by email on this question. Okay. So yeah, thank you very much. This is all from my side. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alexander, for the sharp insights on how to speak to your users more effectively. One last session upcoming. Don't miss it. Okay, thank you.